Hello, welcome back to the So Random channel, So Random Music channel to be precise, and this is our segment where we do reactions. It's been a minute since our last reaction. We kind of have a lot going on in our life, and from this year forward, we're gonna try to bring you more reactions. Yeah, with that said, we are reacting to the live performance video of Ren's song for Joe. By the way, I'm solo,
Randall.
and yeah, without further ado, man.
Hold on. Let's sip some coffee. You sound like you're dying over here.
God.
It's like
It's
oh,
9
it's been a long
a.m.
time
All right,
in
we
the
woke
morning.
up very early to do this.
Yeah, so as she said, we've been very
It's the only time we can fit it into a schedule. But we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all the amazing music you guys have been able to recommend to us, and we've been able to recommend to our friends as well. So we're here to listen to more amazing Ren music. We're here to have this experience with you.
definitely. We're about to experience Ren for Joe live.
Yep.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch.
So this is this verse right here that he took and put in the back of the song Suicide.
Yes.
If there's any confusion in your part, I just want to clarify that.
No, it was a confusion on my part. He is playing live, as you can see.
Yeah,
I'm
where is
memorized
he
by
at?
his
Where is he
talent.
at? Wow, it's like a city backdrop and the bottle with the lights in it. It's pretty cool. It's
a shirt and
pretty,
like,
for lack of a better word, personal.
personal. Yes. Also, I could hear that there's like processing on the vocals because this is like outside.
Yeah, he's got a couple things
But-
connected for sure.
It sounds like it's hitting much harder at this moment. Interesting.
We're gonna run that back.
You want to run the back? All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped.
Oh my God, I just felt the chills from how intense that the back end of that verse was. He said those words like they meant everything to him.
Damn, his voice is
He said he
crazy
took
on this.
all of these things and threw him off the bridge the night you jumped. And thank you for those of you who took the time to explain the story to us. From what we understand, Joe is a very good friend of Ren, who,
Yes.
upon a friend calling Ren and telling him Joe was having these thoughts, he didn't make it there in time to save his life, and he blames himself. And as I said in the last video, that it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault because, how could he have foreseen something like that,
It wasn't his fault. But I get it. I understand. He blames himself.
Man,
but really, it's not his
the
fault.
amount of sheer emotion. And we want to know, where is this? Where is this location at? If you guys can tell us in the comment, let us know where this is. We're not too familiar with places. We don't pretty much go anywhere
It seems like
nowadays.
it's like on a rooftop.
No, I want to know the city behind
Oh,
him.
the city behind it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the location of the set.
Yeah.
I feel like this handhold with the camera too.
They might have a gimbal.
The gimbal part, it's not as smooth, but I actually like the touch of it.
I like
makes it feels more real in a sense. And it's not like all production.
I like the city backdrop. I like how personal this is. I like the intensity in which Ren is delivering these lyrics. You can tell they mean a lot to him. They come from the heart. Without further, let's go.
Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast.
That is dope.
Yeah. He's
recording
pouring his
this-
heart out.
He's recording this live. You see this?
Yeah, it is live. And
There's a laptop right there connected to a Yamaha keyboard.
Yeah, as I said before,
I wonder if he's using a power bank.
as I said before, when you lose somebody that was there every day, there's a hole that you must fill in your life, because maybe that was the first person you called when you had good news. Maybe when you heard of a funny joke or saw a funny video that you wanted to send that to them. And those habits take a while to stop, because you don't always understand that the person is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I used to purposely call my cousin's voicemail just to leave him on a message. And that was my way. I knew, of course, that he was gone, but that was my way of coping with the situation and feeling like that I could still have conversation with him. And for a while, that brought me a modicum of peace, knowing that I could talk to him through this way. But yeah, these emotions that Rin is experiencing, I feel them. I feel you, brother.
That was deep, yeah. What else can I say?
As hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast. To tell the truth, the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got.
So, you know how you say he missed that he couldn't pull his friend from the edge, and yet he symbolizing that he's near the edge of this cliff, where the scenery is in the background.
I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is this around the area because it would be symbolic for him to perform, like not
Right
in the
there?
exact area, but somewhere in the vicinity. But I might be wrong on that. But yeah, I see what you mean. The amount of sheer passion in that delivery, the sheer emotion that's coming out of that it's
Like,
rendering me speechless.
yes. He's spilling his heart right now. And then as he's spilling his heart, he's also like the visual that he chose for this location is also showing his expressing.
And I dig his bravery to even make a song about this and release it to the public so that other people can listen to this and heal in their own way, because a lot of the things I would do is write poetry that nobody ever saw. And that was my way of coping with things. That was my way of saying, hey, I'm creating art in honor and memory of you. And yeah, man, just I like this version so much for just to focus on the story of who Joe was to Ren and what he meant to Ren. The other song is you get the section where he talks about Joe, but you also get a truly melodic, beautiful section, just talking generally talking about the self checkout thing.
I gotcha.
And telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening. I love you, man. I miss you, absurd. Fuck. Another domino, it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're...
I gotta stop to say he plays beautifully. I don't know how long he's been playing, but wow, he plays beautifully. He sings.
Bro.
Wow,
that was feelings on the piano. All those people that play an instrument, I could hear those notes ring on those instruments.
So there's a line he said that
the sound, even that.
How do you raise a child and shelter him from the storm and all the nonsense that's going on out there? And I think that was the gist of what I got from that line, and I think it hits deep.
Oh, the dominoes that's born.
Let's run it back a little bit.
Another domino, it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes. Some will die before they live, that's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on.
Wow, that shift, that's
the transition,
stop, and then transition into something a little bit more up tempo.
This was more like, it's not even it's more a composition that he just played, a ballad.
It was nice.
The
it was
piano
nice.
from that note, like if there was no words, this would just be a piece.
It was nice because I was enjoying the flow, but I like the way it stopped and pivoted to something a little faster.
Even the melodies that he's playing is telling us the story, because you can feel from that.
Yeah.
He started off with slow, then more
some
sustaining chord, but dramatic. And now he's doing a.
Some people were born,
but not
with the silver spoon, and some people were not. Some people were lucky, and some people are not. And some people will die before they ever get to live. It's a sentiment that you hear a lot, but reigns to be true. You know what I'm saying? And this life isn't fair, and I know you hear that a lot, but it's true. Coming from a third world country, I can tell you, there's a lot of people that don't really get to enjoy all that life has to offer before they have to meet their unfortunate end.
He plays the guitar, the piano, he sings,
Yep.
he raps. What other instruments that he does?
I don't know what Ren. I'm asking what Ren doesn't play at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because he seems to be very multi-talented in a lot. He produces. He
mixes.
He composes. He mixes.
There's
He
a lot
does
of
all the
stuff
things.
that-
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a videographer. I'm sure he dabbles into it too because of all these videos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's a very talented individual. Yeah, this song is giving me a lot to think about. Let me.
Hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong. Freckled angels live on. Freckled angels climb higher. Freckled angels still inspire. Freckled angels won't forget you. Teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you. Now my wings are missing feather. Otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body. But for everything it's worth. Made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage. And that's all because of you.
Wow, I just need to take a moment to just digest that segment. Freckled Angels. When you have freckles, you're deemed to be abnormal.
Okay.
More or less, right?
Yes.
So maybe I'm taking this, I'm running with it. I'm saying, hey, Freckled Angels means angels with imperfections. And he's saying that they fly higher, they shine brighter. You know, like, kind of like diamonds are made in the rough.
Okay. Well, because of a lot of pressure and trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also talking to his friend and telling him that you've made me braver, you've made me stronger, you've inspired me. And there is a day me and you will be together again, but till then I'm on Earth. And that is his way of saying, hey, I will carry on your legacy and speak your name so that people may know about you. And that's a way of keeping somebody alive, is speaking about them, making sure that their name and their memory never dies. And we've all lost family members, you know what I'm saying? And they live on through our speech and our memory.
Sure.
It's very early for him. I'm throwing a lot of concepts at him right now. So
in this case, it's using his music to immortalize.
Mm-hmm. This song will live on forever.
Of course.
And it will be shared and played everywhere. And people will know who Joe was and what he meant to you.
This man is playing and singing.
For sure. People would know. Song? People would know who Joe was and what he meant to you. And this song will live forward.
This song was not just fabricated. He played his heart, in this case, his soul. He played his soul in this song. Even the transitions, even when he breaks off, it's like I think it's like a dissonant. It's a ding ding. It seems off key, but it's purpose there. There's a reason for that. We're supposed to break that illusion, and then because life is not. Everything's not imperfect, like playing in key on sound. Sometimes it's just that little distraction. Sometimes a bump in the road.
This song will live on forever.
Definitely.
Stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage. And that's all because of you.
So beautiful.
Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Wow.
I just want to take a moment of silence for all the Freckled Angels, those of them that we know personally in our lives and those of that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ren, for this piece of work. Thank you, Ren, for this beautiful melody that I will be notably thinking about for a couple days now. Any thoughts?
Bro, this was amazing music. He played from the soul.
And it was live. And
It
it didn't take away from it. It didn't have this big video
I like
production.
I like how the production was. It wasn't like too crazy. It was a shot where the person just follow him and has you play. It was a perfect choice here.
R.I.P. Joe.
Yes, definitely R.I.P. Joe.
You were very important to Ren.
And we could feel that.
Yeah.
I could feel that. He was very important to Ren. He said it made him brave.
Listen,
If it wasn't for his friend Joe, we probably want to hear Ren. Like Ren wouldn't be most likely.
Ren would have still been, Ren.
I believe he would have, but sometimes it takes a person to move. You might have one person in your life that say, "Hey, you can't do it," versus everyone else saying no. And that one person is the one that sparks you to go after your dreams. And usually you do. Sometimes you just have that one person that you listen to. You're like, yeah, he's right, or she, or they, or you could be your mom, you could be your father, somebody in your life. There's always this one person that you would just listen to. Like they will tell you to jump, and you just jump. And sometimes that's one person is the only person that allows you to move forward. And in this case, it seemed like Joe was one of that person that helped him move forward, and he's living on, fighting the battle for him to keep him still real. It's amazing.
Life is fragile, so you take it one day at a time. I've been there where I thought I hit my lowest, and I thought I had no other choice but to exit my way. But I'm still here, and I'm glad I am, because I can still do my work. And I'm glad for Ren. Listen, man, we're not always perfect. We don't always drop these reactions weekly like we should, more often like we should. But we're going to always be authentic and give you our raw selves that you can count on.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for all you've done, for showing our channel love and being here with us and living in these moments with us. And we feel free to go crazy in the comments. Tell us things that we need to know, especially what city is this. Yeah, man, and recommend us more songs, man. You guys are amazing for recommending us all these great, amazing songs, and we continue to thank you. We're going to go down the list and react to more songs. Give us a little bit more time.
You guys. We definitely do. It's just that
I know I'm not as active in the comment sections as I should be. It's just so much going on. Things will quiet down, and I will be in there, and because I read your comments. I see all the beautiful things you guys say, and I take the time to read all the stories that you guys take the time to write all the things, explaining to us, telling us feedback. It's amazing. I like it. I like the feedback. I like the engagement. Keep it up, man. Thank you. And like and subscribe, man, please. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna continue to give you all these. We want the community to grow, and we want to, take the journey together. So thank you. And so, Random,
yeah,
we out.